my god, is so majestic yet such an easy, boring, and predictable joke. Hello my beautiful basilisks, welcome to my channel. I'm Mythology and Mind, you can still call me M&M, and today we're going to talk about one of the things I had promised in my last video, and if you haven't seen it yet, please go check it out. Don't worry about me, I can't wait. And well, in that video I made a teeny tiny little mistake in where I said I thought there was 11 titans and there are actually 12, and I want to apologize to Crius because I forgot about him, but it won't happen again. So of these 12 titans, 6 were males and 6 were females. And what do you think this means? Well, of course, it means that most of them marry each other. So a little disclaimer, there are many deities that I'll name, but I won't explain them today because this video is long enough, so they will have their own separate videos in due time. And same with the Titanomancy, which is the battle between the gods and the titans. I will explain that later, but I want to say that the females didn't take part, only the males. The male titans, because they're actually female gods, participated. Oh, we'll talk about this later. Oceanus was the titan of the sea, and he's usually portrayed as a very buff man with a long beard, a snake tail instead of legs, horns, and crab claws instead of hands. He used to represent all the seas and oceans, but when the gods came over and they took place as the rulers, Poseidon became the god of the sea, but more specifically the Mediterranean Sea. Oceanus started meaning unexplored or faraway oceans or seas. He didn't participate in the Titanomancy. He was married to Tethys, and she was the titan of fresh water. There isn't much information about her, other than apparently she cursed the constellations of Callisto and Acras to circle the sky forever without rest, and this was to please Hera. Oceanus and Tethys produced over 6,000 water spirits called the Oceanids, who were the rivers, the seas, water spirits in general. And apparently these two were so fertile together that their union used to cause floods, so they ended up separating for the sake of the world, and that's pretty sad. Hyperion was a titan of light and observation, and one of the 4 pillars of the world. This pillar of the world thing comes from a different myth regarding the death of Uranus, which I talked about in my last video. In this version, 4 of Chronos' brothers held Uranus, one for each extremity, while he was castrating him. Remember that Uranus covered all the world, so this meant that one titan was in each extremity of the world, so the pillar of the world thing is what is supposed to represent north, south, east, and west. Well, Hyperion was the first deity to ride the solar chariot, which was the way that the sun circled the earth. He participated in the Titanomancy, and he was married to his sister Thea, who was the titan of brightness, and she gave all the gems and metals their shine. She and Hyperion gave birth to Helios, the sun, Selene, the moon, and Eos, the dawn. Thea was a titan of wisdom, and he represented one of the 2 types of clarividence ancient Greeks used to use, the knowledge of the future based on the stars. He was one of the pillars, and he participated in the Titanomancy. His sister and wife, Phoebe, was a titan of intelligence, and she was the representation of the other branch of clarividence, the study of light and the sky. They produced Asteria and Leto, both clarividents too. Crius was the titan of constellations, and the one with less myths written about him. His wife was his half-sister Eurybia, daughter of Gaea and Pontus. They produced 3 children together, Astraios, god of dusk, Perses, god of destruction, and Pallas, god of warcraft. He was one of the pillars, and he participated in the Titanomancy. Mnemosyne was a titan of memory. She was one of the adventures of Zeus, with whom she laid 9 consecutive nights, giving birth to the 9 muses, who were the inspiration of artists and philosophers. Iapetus was a titan of mortality, and he married not one of his sisters, but one of his nieces, Clymene, who was one of the Oceanids. They breeded Atlas, Prometheus, Epithemius, and Menoetius, who would become the fathers of the first humans. He was one of the pillars and he participated in the Titanomancy. There are different sources of what happened to Iapetus. Some say that he was killed by Zeus in the Titanomancy, but others said that he was imprisoned in the Tartarus. You can believe what you prefer. Themis was the titan of justice and equity. She is usually portrayed with a sword and scales. She was the second wife of Zeus, his nephew, with whom she produced the fates and the hours. She was the supreme authority at the Oracle of Delphi, but she eventually gave this responsibility to Apollo. If someone, even the gods, didn't follow her rules, they were punished, not by her, but by Nemesis, the goddess of vengeance. Last but not least, we have Chronos, the sky daddy of the Golden Age, and Rhea, his sister wife. But they have a lot more lore and this video is already long enough, so we will leave them for next week. I hope you have enjoyed this video and have learned one, two, or multiple things. So please give a like and subscribe if you haven't yet. I think you have subscribed already because you love this channel, don't you? And please leave a comment saying what you think or any topic you want me to cover in the future. Have a nice Iron Age. Bye!